What is up? Your boy Raj is here, and I'm going to attempt to do another studio video. You see, like every time I use this phone to try to do a studio video, it's grainy, it's jacked up. And this phone's supposed to be giving me like a better doggone picture. That's what they said. Oh, this phone is going to give you a better picture than your last one. It hasn't happened yet. But we're going to try to do it anyway. So let's get started. We're going to start from in my living room, and this is my total gym, which I'm going to get on after I'm done playing around with y'all. Over here is probably a little dark, but I'll bring you over here, and here's one of my amps and one of those cover things you use when you don't have a vocal booth. This is my Roland JC77. Got a Fender acoustic right here that sounds pretty good for a cheap Fender acoustic. These are my things that don't fit into the studio. Here I have my setup for when I'm doing my solo thing, which I don't know if that's ever going to happen again. I have this along with what's that monitor I have? Y'all know the monitors that everybody have. Anyway, that's back in the closet back there. But it's my one-man show things, the iPad holder so I can read words and change my songs. And then I got a speaker back there. I don't know why I can't remember that speaker. That speaker is very very popular. But anyway, that's my speaker I usually use. So then we come over here, and I have a Fender bass amp here. Usually when I do shows, I take this as my bass amp. This sounds pretty good. Nobody ever complains with me using this. Maybe use all them fancy dancy amps, but this Fender Rumble 150 sounds pretty good. And if I want to throw something on top of it, like a different mic pre, and plug into it, I can do that as well. I can do a line in from another DI box or something, and it'll sound even better if I had to. So this is my Rumble 150. So this is all the stuff that's out in the living room. Again, besides the total gym, mirrors. Here's my KS32, and that sits out here in the living room. So when I just want to get up and start playing something, I might have an idea to snap up real quick. This is right here in the living room. And here's my iPad that I usually take to work. So if I want to, kind of vibe off something, bam, I got that right here. So this is all in my living room. TVs, big screen, all that stuff. And here are my guitars. Here I have a cheap Fullerton that I bought from the pawn shop. Look at this bass sounds really doggone good. It's an active bass too. And I bought it because it somewhat reminds me of the Warwick basses. I'm like, yo, this joint's kind of hot, and it sounds pretty good. I only paid $100 for that thing. It sounds pretty good. Next, I have my Sterling Cutlass guitar. I have a GNL 500. That's 500. Both of these are the middle line of the GNL and Music Man. Then I have my Squier Jazz fretless right here. And then I have a Fender Jazz bass right there. Okay. I gotta give me a 4-string bass. I was thinking about buying one today, but I didn't get a chance to really rap with the dude. But I might just buy me a 4-string pretty soon. So I got my fan right there. So let's turn this light out because I got too many lights on in here. Gotta keep my light bill down, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna turn these lights off real quick. This is my laptop that sits out here when I need another laptop when I'm not eating. Okay? All the lights out now, and now we're going into the studio. It's my studio tour. I'm going to do a studio tour because a lot of people online who have their studios do studio tours. So I said, well, let me do my own studio tour. So you walk back here. When you first come in, you see a lot of stuff. And when people come back here, they're like, oh, my goodness, I didn't know. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, well, yeah, that's the way it is. I've always had studios. Like I said, from the time I was in the Navy with a 2-track cassette deck, I've always had studios. Whatever it took. Like everybody else who have a studio, I started out in my own studio. Here's my storage closet with stuff some of the stuff is broken and whatever. I was thinking about really trying to do something with this closet. I've been looking at a lot of studio tours, got some hard drives up there sitting around, got some old interfaces and stuff like that. Lots of wires in that bag, wires and stuff. So, and I have my guitar sitting out. Here's my PRS. Zach Myers guitar. I always like that. Use that when I use my thick leads. He has the birds and everything on his bad boy. Zach Myers. So if you come in there, you turn to the left, which is where all the vocalists want to be. This is my vocal booth, as you can see, is in purple. I picked that purple picture up a long time ago. Needless to say, I picked up a purple light from Home Depot last week. They kind of accommodated. Here's a picture of me that I drew one morning when I was on YouTube talking about fragrances. Here are the people that was here when I drew it. Was all the people that was online that morning before I went to work. Now the picture I drew of myself freehand. Because I'm an artist too. Y'all know I can draw a little bit. Yeah, that kind of looks like me. Does it? I don't know. Anyway. And here's my Mesa Boogie 550 amp. You guys probably can't see it because there's not a lot of lighting back here. Here's my Mesa Boogie 550 Plus Express. What's going on? Doing a studio tour. Here's one of my mics. This is a tube mic called the Avatone CV12. And Taylor Swift uses this mic. But hers is a little bit modified, but this mic is very heavy. It's a tube mic and it's very heavy. So Taylor Swift actually uses this mic in the studio. And man, this is a heavy doggone mic. And it got a little tube in it, about that big. Okay? So there's my Avatone CV12 Taylor Swift mic. Whole bunch of mic holders, shock mounts. Here's my man, let me hold his mic here. I've been having this mic forever. I used to have this mic. Blue Kiwi. I used to have all the blue mics back in the day. I had the Kiwi, the Mouse, the Dragonfly, the Dragonfly, the whatever. I had the Cactus. I had all the blue mics at one time in my life. If I had a mic in my studio back in the day, it was blue mics. I like the blue mics. So that's I had really cool playing in the background. So that's a blue Kiwi right there. And then here we have my blue Woodpecker. This is a ribbon mic. But this is an active ribbon mic, so you can put 48 volts on this mic, and it sounds very, very good. Pop, shock, scop, mockers, and whatever. Gotta have those. This is mic for my amp. When I want to mic the amplifier, I'm gonna record through this amp. I use this mic right here, so I sit back here. Here's my controller back here, so whenever I'm doing a session by myself, I can control my own session. I can record, I can do it all back here by myself instead of having to worry about being out in the studio. Okay. Here, this is my second screen. So actually, this screen is part of the second screen that's out there. So when I'm doing Pro Tools, I'm recording. I come back here, and I can do my recording and everything. I've always had two monitors in my studio, so that way the singer can see what's going on. They can see me hitting record button and all that stuff. And this is an old picture from way back in the day when I was in my other studio. And that fan is still working after about 20 years. That fan is still working. Well, maybe 15 years. That fan is still working. This is my studio in North Philly. Alright? And that's me when I was a young buck. As you can see, I was still dressing because I always dress. How's your boy? That's the studio booth. He takes care of everything that's handled in the booth. That's what he's here for. He's here to make sure nobody doing no hanky-panky in the booth when the closed door is closed. We got words here. This is a sink, yes. I turned the bathroom into a recording studio. My man Shelly helped me build a cover for the toilet to make it like it's pretty nice. Then I put up the soundproofing. Muhammad Ali is back here because we are the greatest. And we hang your words out when you want to read your words. So you can be right here behind the mic. And you can just read the words right there. I wrote this story about me and you, living happily. Even when we act the fool is always understood. No matter what we do, we all good. And then we got other pens and stuff up here. You want to hang some more words. So this is the vocal booth. And of course, I'm a Grammy member, so I got Grammy stuff hanging around here. To remind people, because sometimes people forget, I am a Recording Academy member, a.k.a. Grammy. So you come out into the studio, as you can see, when you're in the vocal booth, when you look out here, and I'm sitting here like, do it over. That's why I'm using these vocal booth. So you come out here, and we can look at some of my synths. All these are analog synths. There's my Deep Mind 6 by Behringer. I've had that for a couple years. Couple sounds I like in there. I got my Moog Sub Fatty. Every studio should have some kind of Moog in it. Sub Fatty, Little Fatty, Fat Fatty. Some kind of Moog. You gotta have a Moog in there. They can't hear because I don't have this. Which one? And here I have my Prophet 8 by David Smith. Prophet 8 without the keys. You know what I mean? That's what we call a module. When it doesn't have the keys, it's called a module. All right, let's go down lower. And this is my secondary rack. I just picked this rack up, and just like any other time, I buy a rack or something, I gotta fill it up. But all this stuff is worth filling it up for. So this right here is a dual MPA2, and you run microphones through here, you can run guitars through here, and it has tubes in it. So it's analog and with a digital output. Pretty cool. A lot of people like this. I'm looking at a Pro VLA right now, compressor. I'm looking at that. I might pick that up if the guy come down on the price. Here I have a Phoenix Audio. This is direct box. Plug your guitars and basses in there. I would have did that last night, but everything was already plugged down here in the other mic pre, so I used that. I got an M Audio Tampa, another nice piece. I think this has tubes in it too. Then we have my headphone amp, my Power Play Pro XL I've had for years by Behringer. People talk about Behringer stuff not lasting. I've had this for about 15 years, along with the compressor. Here we have the Focusrite octo-pre. As you see, I have my guitar plugged in there right now, or the board. And then I have my Focusrite Saffire, which with I run my laptop into that when I'm mastering, which I'm going to be doing later, my power supply. So that's that rack right there. When you come in, this is my laptop that's hooked up to that interface down there in the rack. Here we have, that's my CD in the back called The Experiences. The name of that song is A Girl I Used to Love Before. Yeah, I'm a musician, artist, producer, and I do my own music as well. Okay? Here we have the Micro Freak by Arturia. This thing is so crazy. It is so crazy. I enjoy it. I like playing with it. I only use one sound out of here most of the time, which is ether. I'm gonna go through this probably someday soon, maybe this week, heaven willing, and trying to find out some other sounds that's in here. But it's a digital piece, but even though it has oscillators and all that stuff, it's a digital piece. It's pretty cool. I think it's like a hybrid, digital and analog. Yeah, because you got the digital oscillations, but then you have the analog filters. So it's kind of a hybrid, digital analog. I heard this one time, that was it. I knew I had to have it. Then of course, as y'all know, mpc-one. I picked that bad boy up from Sweetwater. I don't use it that much. I use it every now and then, but because I use my mpc-2000 XL. That's my baby right there. That's the key to everything I make. All my songs, most of my albums came off of the mpc-2000 XL. Even the song we listen to now. Here we have a couple Empress pedals by Empress pedals. I got a pair of EQ when I want to run a guitar through it. After I'm done processing, I can run a guitar through it. Either before or after if I want to. It used to be on my pedal board. And this is my compressor by Empress. So I can run guitars in here, basses in here. I can run vocals in here. I can run anything I want through here. As long as anything patched in that patchbay right there is open to be run. Alright? Here are my two boards, my Panasonic DA7 Mark IIs. My backlight is out on this, so that's why I had to buy this. I can see what's going on with it when I need this. My backlight went out. I never replaced it. But I had these for years as well. I've done 5 albums on these. I've done 5 of my albums on this bad boy right here. And I keep it because it has so many. I got a headphone built in. I got talk back mics built in. Everything I need is built in here. The mic pre's are beautiful, even though I rarely use them. I got all the other stuff for mic pre's, but got an EQ, got a compressor, got a gate, got everything I need right in the mixer right there. Only thing it doesn't do in effects. But you just run effects into the auxes. And here's my effects right here. So if I want to run effects into the auxes, they're all in the board. Here's my other monitor for Pro Tools or whatever software I'm using. As you can see, they both saying the same thing. Bada bing, bada boom. But if I switch over, we'll switch over and we'll see what you'll do when I'm using the other screen, which is me in my studio back in North Philly. Bam. So that's the same thing that's in the vocal booth. When I'm out here mastering, if I'm not looking at TV, which I rarely do, bam. We back to the mastering screen, which is what I'm going to be doing tonight. Mastering some of my old songs and put them bad boys back out. So I'm getting kind of lazy working on my CD, I'll tell you, on my new album. Down here we had the Behringer Model D. This is based off a Moog Model D, and it's very cool. The only thing about it is out of tune now, and I don't know how to tune it. I don't want to mess around with it. It's pretty difficult to retune. So I'm not going to retune it. Until it get really bad out of tune, I'm going to have to get it retuned, but I don't know how to do it. Right now it's out of tune. That's why the tune is all the way over there to the right, because it's out of tune. And I don't know how to tune up analog stuff. And I ain't going to take no chance of messing it up. So here are my guitar pedals. So we had the Ditto X4. We got a Prometheus Sub Decay Deluxe. Mobius, of course. Everybody loves the Mobius. I've had them all. I've had the Timeline. And I've had the other one too, the Big Sky. But I ain't need them anymore because I had other pedals that covered that. So I sold those. Here we have the Mooger. And that is a, what they call an impulse response. It's like, you can do different amplifiers and stuff like that with this. So amp you want, you turn a button and you pick the amp that you want to simulate. And I use that from time to time when I want to simulate amps. And you can go into it, got EQ. So you want to play around with EQ, you can go in there, EQ it, all kinds of stuff. You can do it this more. Pretty cool. You can save it. My Strymon Volante. Got a knockout pedal back there by Electro Harmonix. Nightwire pedal by Earthquake Devices. They should let me do a Show Us Your Jump. They got a what's called Show Us Your Jump. But I don't have enough jump. And a whole bunch of wires, as you can see. We got a Greenhouse Deity, all right, by Greenhouse Effects. We have Astrometer by Matthew Effects, and I got the gold one, and mine is signed on the back of it. My Astrometer is signed. Got the Pantheon Overdrive by Wampler. We have a Chaco Slot by MAK Crazy Noise Technologies. We got the Harlow by Bogner with Rupert Neve signature on that bad boy, because we had a Rupert Neve transformer in there. You got your pedal power, and we have the Old Blood Noise Endeavors Dark Star. So those are my pedals that I have down here. So I always have them plugged in just in case I want to get inspired to do something. You know what I mean? And of course, like I said, the Ditto X4, which is a looper pedal. All right. So where we going now? My Mac computer that runs Pro Tools and all that good stuff. We got I use this right here to turn on and off my subwoofer. So if I want my subwoofer out, I press it down. If I want the subwoofer in, I press it in, my subwoofer kicks in. Where's the subwoofer then, Raj? Where's the subwoofer? Back there in the corner, where it belongs. Okay? Next, I have to turn all these lights on so you guys can make sure this is nice and clear. I hope it's clear. So here we have my Apogee Mini-Me. And most of the time, I'm running digital into Pro Tools via my Saffire. As you can see, it's lighting up as I talk. And basically, I run to my Apogee Mini-Me. This is the process I use digital to go into Pro Tools or whatever I'm going to use to record vocals. I use Apogee Mini-Me. Alright? Of course, you got the Focusrite ISA 220. I used to have ISA 1, but I got rid of it. Here we have the Golden Age Pre, and this is the what's this called? The Pre 73 Junior. So this is the Junior. But this doing sound really good. As y'all know, it's modeled after the Neve. That's why it's nice and long, like a Neve stack. But I gotta change out something in it, like the op amps. I need to change the op amps. This right here is my Bluetooth hookup connection. So if I want to send Bluetooth through the house out of the studio, and then I have some Bluetooth, I got a Bluetooth speaker in the other room, I can just turn this on right here, and I'll Bluetooth whatever's in the studio will go out to a Bluetooth speaker. Even my neighbor's Bluetooth speaker. I was in here one night and I was playing my stuff, and I heard my music next door. My Bluetooth, it went to my neighbor's next door, and that is made by IMII, and you can get this off Amazon. I got this on Amazon. So you can either bring in or you can send out. It transmits and it receives Bluetooth. Okay? That's my guitar that my good friend brought me back from Jamaica. She is from Jamaica, Andrea. Andrea brought me the guitar, and Andrea, if you look at this video, I still got the guitar after about 10 years. Still got it. Oh, these are the other, they keep an eye on things. When my camera's outside, because I do have cameras in my place, as you can see. We don't play that. When the cameras are not on, which they're always on, they make sure they got everything under control. Okay? All right. Next, we got a clock. It's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in Philly. But I'm not in Philly, but I'm going to say I'm in Philly so you don't know where I really am. I got me a lights. A lot of times when people leave out where I leave, they like throw stuff in the trash or stuff they don't want to carry with them. Man, this light came in handy, man. It's a real cool light. So that's a free light from the trash bin that somebody threw out because they didn't want to carry it. Yeah. Then we got my other light here, so whenever I'm trying to get the mood and I turn off all the lights, I need to be in the dark. I had that bad boy on so I can see all my 500 series stuff. So you guys know 500 series stuff. I got 2 Rupert boxes. I started off with 1 Rupert box. Then I just happened to do a Neve search on Facebook one day, Facebook Marketplace. And there was a guy that was selling a Rupert Neve and a Rupert Neve 511. I got it for $25. That was a steal. The box itself is $600. Then man, I got this pre, which is $550. I got that pre for $100. I got both of those drawers for $725. And after that, I had to start filling it up. And I had the other box, I started filling that one up. So that's how they got filled up. Everybody know about when you have 500 series stuff, man, you hate seeing empty slots. You know what I mean? Hate seeing empty slots. But this is what I settled on. I'm pretty happy with it. So we got the RPQ 500 by AEA for the ribbon mics. Of course, the Rupert Neve 511. We got the SB 4001 Serpent audio. That's for my man Mike, who's actually right outside of Philly. He made this, so I bought that because he's a Philly guy. I could have bought something else, but I bought that because he's a Philly guy. All right? So, Mike, $1,200 for you, bro. I could have bought something else for $1,200, but I bought yours. Then we have the envelope. This is what we call an EQ. It can be an EQ or it can be a transient designer, depending on what you're trying to do. If you want a transient design with it, you can do that, or you can use high, no shelf EQ, whatever you want to use, okay? Up here we have my Kush EQ. I use that on guitars, maybe a vocal. If I want to warm up a vocal and, you know, kind of warm it up a little bit more, I use this Kush. If I don't run the vocal right back through my, I disregard the LA610. Everybody know about the LA610. You got a little light compressor built in right there, limiter. Now, okay, when this has a tube in it, by the way, so if I want to warm up the vocal afterwards, I run through here and warm it back up, coming out of the mix. I might use it going in the mix, then come back out the mix. That's why I got on wires on there. Next, I happened to pick this up from a guy. I couldn't believe it came right on time because I was running out of space. And he sold this to me for $125, man, a 500 HR. That thing is like $400. So I'll put the A Designs piece, because that's what it's made for. As you see, A Designs. This is the P1, the vaunted P1. I used to have one back in the day. I had to buy it again to sound so good. As you can see, it's on, because I run all my mics basically through that now. And then we have the Lindell Audio. This is a Pultec type EQ piece called the PEX 500. So if you're in the Pultec type EQs, this ain't bad for the money, $300. A real Pultec will cost you almost $3,000. So it's not a Pultec, but it's close. It's missing a knob. And of course, this is the power supply for the 500R made by, A Designs. All right? That's the other producer up there. We got 2 producers. This guy right here is a producer. I forgot about this guy who loves synths. He's a producer as well. Okay. Oh, the speakers. I'm using Yamaha HS5s. And they sound pretty good. I could use better speakers, but I'm fine. I'm used to them now. I don't need better speakers. I don't need $5,000 speakers to know how to mix. I mix a whole bunch of albums, like this album's playing right now, and everybody love the way it sounds. And I even mix that on those speakers. I mix those on these little speakers right here. LSR 25s. These are old. These are about 20-year-old. Everybody know how old these speakers are. You can't even find these. If you went to buy these off Facebook, you can't even find them. YouTube, you can't find them. But I got them, baby. Bars. All right, so now we have my masterlink. That's when the music's playing out. So when I'm done a song, and it's time to print it out, run it back into Pro Tools or something like that, I record it right here into my alesis. Digital. Right into my Pro Tools. Right from Pro Tools. Print it, mix it, ready to go. Ready to go. After I'm done mastering, the same thing. Mastering will come through my mixer, through these 2 channels, through my digital ADAT channels. And then we'll run it right into the, you know what I mean, right here, make it a CD joint. It's ready to go to the plant to be made for CDs. Because I gotta have CDs. Gotta have CDs, man. Here I have a Lexicon MPX-one. That's one of my effects. MPX 500. The XL M1 XL. An old Roland SRV 3030. I actually got a midi verb 2 too, but that's not back here. Lots of wires, telephone wires. All right, got some nice headphones there. I had these for years too. You see they're starting to jacked up. I'm gonna put them over here. Power supplies, of course, Furman power supplies. Here we have an old compellor. See if you can find an old compellor. Kind of hard to find these. And I bought this compellor for some guy for like 50 bucks. This bad boy right now, if you find a good condition, it'll cost you about $300. I bought for 50 bucks, aphex. And since we got aphex, hey, aphex 204. No, I'm not streaming music, bro. I'm doing a studio tour right now. Okay? I'm doing a studio tour. But thanks for stopping by, bro. This is a studio tour. aphex 204. And you see you got the big bottom. And then you had aural exciter. So back in the day, they made a separate big bottom. They had a separate aural exciter. They put it all in one. And that's the last thing that hits my CDs or my album, my music, before I go to master. This is the last thing here we go, we going in. And that touches up everything. Even after I go, this is my main mastering chain. Out of Pro Tools, I go straight to not like a pre-master. So I come out of Pro Tools, pre-mastered, everything is mixed the way I want it. It'll go through the 404 first for compression, and then I'll come into the envelope to add a little bit of brightness that it might have lost in the compression, or I might put it in attack mode, using it as a transient designer. After that, it goes to my 204. And from there, we're going to the, you know what I mean? Okay? Or we might just stream it right into Logic. That's all I got to be doing. I'll probably start streaming right into Logic. So once I'm done my mix, everything is cool, I'll stream it right into Logic. Bam, bam. Right now, that's an MP3 in there right now I'm going to mess around with. But I'll stream it right into Logic. Ready to go. And then we can master. We can go right and master right in Logic with all our plugins that we have. I got a lot of mastering plugins. We'll talk about that another day. All the mastering plugins I have. I'm not a plugin guy. I never thought I need plugins. I was never, maybe because my computers could never handle too many plugins. So I'm never a plugin guy. But with this mastering thing, you only need 1 or 2 plugins at a time, depending on what master software you're using. So I can use plugins with that computer because it's a pretty powerful computer. Here I have my MIDI Express for my MIDI stuff, and I got a lot of MIDI stuff. A lot of people using samples and all that stuff. Now I still use my MIDI gear. I got a Kurzweil KS 2000. Here's my A to D converters. All my A to D stuff is right here. So basically anything going down through here, gotta go through these before it hits. Gotta have a Big Ben clock by apogee. We got the Steinberg old new window joint. Back in the day, this thing cost about $2,000. I don't know how much I paid for it because I had it for a long time. This as well, the AD 96 Pro. You can do 96K with that bad boy. You do 96K with that one as well. As you can see, 96K. And this can handle 96K. As you can see, it says there's 96K somewhere on here. Anyway, I can do 96K if I want, but I've never done 96K. No need to. Here we got my MIDI stuff. Planet Fat, XV5050, Proteus 2000, TR Rack. We got my Digio 2 down here for when I'm running Logic in the other computer, which hasn't been working lately for some reason. So right now it's used for MIDI. But really, I just keep this to hook it up to Logic in my other computer over here, my Mac Mini. And then I can access some sounds in Logic. But right now, it's acting funny. I have no time for it. We got a talkback right here, by the way. Okay? As you can see, all the cables you need to make patches. Lots of patches. And my digital patch bay is right here. So when I'm going to do digital patches, I use that patch bay for my digital patches. Here are my A to D converters or interfaces. I used to use the Steinberg, but now I've been using the Saffire over here. I have 2 Sapphires. So I've been using Saffire, and I've been using the A16 to run light pipe to my mixer, to 8 channels of my mixer. So I just use that for my light pipe. Here I have the behringer, the Composer 4 XL, which still works. I use this for my MPC. All my drum and my snare go right into the first 2 channels all the time. They never come out. And here I have another Furman down there, power supply turned upside down, just in case I need lights upside down. So if I did like this, hold on, y'all. I can turn the lights upside down if I can't see in the dark. Okay, that's this for. I just turn the lights back on. Because again, sometimes I want to be in the dark. Okay, you gotta have a lot of patches, baby. This is like my bell down here. I got a lot of equipment. And here's my monster power supply. Try to protect the equipment. It's the Pro 3500. Keep the equipment safe as best it can. Okay? Next, we got Facebook ready to come on board once I'm done the studio tour. When I start doing the mastering, I'm gonna hit the button for Facebook to come in while I'm doing the mastering. Here I have my performance mixer. Whenever I do shows, I take this mixer right here. This is my main mixer for me to do shows. So in case I need a guitar player, drummers, I got enough inputs. This is the Yamaha 01V. So it's my performance mix. I also use it to play my albums through. Nada D, da da da. And you got my BBE. So my turntable is plugged to the BBE, and the BBE comes out to my Pro 01V. I want to call it the Pro joint, but this is one after the Pro, the 01V. And my albums. And what album was I listening to the other day? Some Billy Cobham. Because that's what I listen to. Holla at your boy. These are my two monitors. One is for when I'm doing MIDI with Digital Performer 9. I do my MIDI through that. So that's not on right now. I feel like I ain't need to turn that on. And here's my monitor for Logic. Whenever I get it running. So that's my monitor for Logic. So this is my MIDI, and this is for Logic when I'm using the sounds in Logic. Alright, and that's my Mac Mini right there. And my Mac Mini is firewired to my Duet. My Duet is 2-channeled out. Over there, of course, to the patchbay. Of course, did I mention that, did I mention her? Of course I mentioned her. I don't know what I knocked over, man. I moved something around here. Let's go back. Go back. I ain't gotta do all that. Okay. All right, cool. MPC 2000 XL. Enough said. I ain't got nothing else to say. And that's the computer I use to use Digital Performer to move my MIDI stuff around. An old G4 joint. Here I have my main controller. Been had this for years. I made 4 albums with this bad boy. Sounds and everything. The Motif 6. And I got it because it's got the 8 outs. Everything I have got to have 8 outs. I don't play that 2-out stuff, except for this right here. And maybe one day they'll make a breakout cable for mpc-one so I can have 8 outs instead of 2 outs. I like 8 outs. I like having flexibility. Then I have my Micron. This thing is awesome, man. People don't know it's a sleeper keyboard. I bought this from some guy down in Northern Liberties, man, for like $80, man. You can't even find this nowhere near $80 right now. And the sounds on this thing is incredible. M Audio made a good one too, but I never bought the M Audio joint. I had so many keyboards up here. I had a Casio CZ101, had a Casio 5000. This bad boy's been changing a lot. My hard drive's down there. I got an old hard drive from back in the day. Look at that. And that has sounds from my MPC on there. My Easy Drive. SideQuest. When last time you seen a SideQuest drive? Well, it's SCSI to my MPC. Yep, SCSI. There it is. SCSI. SCSI. And more of my other sounds on that hard drive right there for my MPC. I think that's about it, man. Nice lights, foam stuff all over the place. Nice little pictures I picked up for the not dollar store, thrift store. Little pictures. Another picture of me because I'm conceited. Cables, lots of cables when you need cables. CDs when I burn CDs. See another mirror. My partner program for digital disc makers. A clock. That's why I usually put this phone at, so y'all can look down on me. I got it stuck to a clock. Okay? And a good friend of mine who passed away. Wow, but dang, it's been 3 years since she passed away. Karen Bell, always keep her right there, man. That was my girl, man. Karen Bell, always will be remembered. Karen Bell. And these speakers right here, I just picked up from the pawn shop, man. And these are the A1 engine joints, and I chipped this one, man. He told me, be careful, man. These are not like the ones that you buy. Audio engine 2s that you buy regular. These are ceramic. As you can see, they shining. And I chipped it, man. He was like, be careful. Make sure you don't chip it. But I use these too. These speakers sound good too. In fact, can I turn them on now? No, I can't turn them on with the CD, with the, I can turn them when it's coming out the mixer. But when I want to sit over here and chill, and I just want to hear music right here, whether it's my albums, or whether it's the studio, I can sit here and listen to them, and they sound good. The bass in these things is unbelievable. That port is crazy. That's my mic. You can't hear me right now, but if I turn the speakers on, you'll hear it. I mean, if I turn that channel on, you hear me talking? Well, that's where it's plugged in right there through that mixer. That mic is plugged into that mixer. Out of that mixer, of course, into my bell. Then out of my bell into here. You gotta have cables, man. We got this much gear because you're able to like get in the back of everything and unplug. That's not what you do. So for all you guys who starting studios, I started small, but you gotta start somewhere. And since we don't need all this stuff on, we turn it off because we get ready to start mastering. You know what I mean? Holla at your butt. So that's it. This is my studio tour for my YouTube peeps, for my studio YouTube peeps. And this is my little studio, my personal studio. And yeah, I got a lot of gear and I got a lot of good gear and I got a lot of stuff, man. So, but you got to build. Like I said, you start and you learn about stuff. You learn how to hook stuff up. You learn what works for you in your studio. You go through trial and error. You buy some stuff. Then it don't work. You sell it. Then you buy something else and blah, 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 blah. But the whole thing is once you get settled on what you got and it's working, don't try to keep up. It's like people who try to buy used BMWs and used Mercedes Benzes and stuff like that because they're trying to keep up. Don't try to keep up. If it's working for you and you making music and you selling music, ain't no need changing out. There's this guy who always come on my page sometimes about, man, like your stuff is old and it's dated. That's because you really don't know what you're talking about because just this 500 seed rack alone is nowhere near dated, but he don't know anything. He just, some people just like to harass me for some reason. I have no idea why, you know, but they need to get a life. I'm good over here. So that's it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Back here in the vocal booth. We're going to close that up now because I don't like my mics being exposed too long. In fact, I can't believe I got this incense back here and these mics aren't covered up. So let's cover these mics up with our cover up mic bag. Put that on there. Right there. Yeah, we can't have the mics getting high back here of incense, you know what I mean? We got the other mic. This I forgot, by the way, my Sputnik mic. I made the obvious CD with this mic. Was the obvious CD? No, I made the obvious CD. I made the obvious CD with the Kiwi. And this I made the what album did I do with this? I think I did the official album with this mic. There's a tube mic as well, it has a tube in it. And now it's covered up. So the incense don't be messing up. And we have our power supplies for both of those because they are tube mics. So they got power supplies for these tubes. That's it, man. Take a look around. How you doing? It's how I do my thing. So that's it. I'm RaJuR. Thank y'all for stopping by my studio. Thank that guy. You know what I mean? That's going to be the cover of the new CD, 2020. If we can get past 2020, that's what it's going to look like. All right? In the meantime, we're working on my greatest hit CD. So I'm taking all the songs I really like. This is my very first CD right here called Mosaics. My very first CD. They wrote up about it in the paper. It was in the local paper. And yeah, everybody had a CD. Yeah. That was my first CD I ever did in 1998. Back in my old studio. Look at that. Look at that old equipment. That equipment, wow. Look at that big rack I had. I had fun back then. It's work now. Back then it was fun. Now it's work. And that's it. Now I'm out. Thank y'all for checking out my studio. Thank you for taking the tour. RocDaHouse Studios. Now I'm going to keep this camera on because we're ready. Y'all going to sit around while I master my favorite songs and see how many I can get through tonight, okay? And now I'm out. Time to get to work. What's going on, brother? All right, so let me plug in the power supply here. And I'm going to turn on Facebook. Hold on. We get together here. See me. There you go. How much power do we have? 47. Yeah, the power was going fast. So we get ready to turn this on. Now we're going to just, y'all can hang around while I'm mixing some of my favorite songs for my greatest favorite song CD. All right? Meantime, I got to turn this stuff all over here as well. Am I ready? The ups and downs and the rounds and rounds, and I'm always finding, whoa, I'm there. That's my song from the expansion CD. Well, I can't turn that off. I gotta keep that on because it's plugged into the freaking joint. Alright, we cool. Alright, y'all, so I'm ready to turn off the rest of this equipment too because I don't need all this over here. Bada boom. So that's it. So now what I'm ready to do is I'm ready to start working on my CD. So we'll kick it over here. And what I'll be doing is I'll be taking some of my favorite songs. What's going on? Facebook is now in the house. How you doing? I just got finished doing a YouTube video taking a studio tour. So if you want to see the studio tour, go to my YouTube page. You can see the studio tour of the gear I have in my studio. And I'm sure I left some stuff out, but had a good studio tour. Now we're going to go songs I really like from all of my CDs. And I'm going to make one CD, okay? Now, this is going to be a process because I'm going to be mastering this, and I got to find me a place to put all these, okay? Delete that, and delete that. So basically what I do is I have software in my computer that I can master with, right? To make it sound better. Actually, I got to turn this stuff back on because my other mastering, you know what I mean, is over here. So we're going to turn all these back on. We're going to turn some of this stuff off, though. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Need that. Don't need that. Let's start turning off stuff. Don't need that. Don't need that. Nope. Nope. But we do need these. Actually, we only need one of these. We don't even need that one. We need one 500 series piece, okay? So basically what I'll be doing, I'm going to be mastering. What does mastering mean? Rod, what does remastering mean? Well, back in the day, let's just say, for instance, you had an old album that you really, really like, but it doesn't sound like the new stuff. Now, sometimes you want that old sound. Like, I got albums, right? So these albums, as far as sonically, like this Roy Ayers album, this album would never sound as loud and present like our music is nowadays, but this is analog. This is on vinyl, so you get warmth from the vinyl with this. Now we have things in our equipment called saturation, which kind of creates the analog feel of an album. So you turn up a little saturation and you get that kind of that grainy sound that you want. They give you the analog feel and you make it warm. Or you run it through something that has tubes in it. So you run it through something that has tubes, you'll get that analog warmth as well. But most of the music we hear nowadays, depending on where they got it mastered at, usually they go to a mastering lab, and the mastering lab, I have all these big, giant pieces of equipment. Some have tubes. They also, some of they're using plugins. I wasn't going to use plugins, but I started running into all these nice plugins. I said, well, maybe I'll do both. I'll use plugins and I'll use my pieces over here for my 500 series, which I bought for mastering. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So basically, I'll look back at you from time to time to see if you have any questions. But right now, we're going to start off with one of my songs that I did a long time ago. And what's the name of the song? Okay, this is the very first song. This is the very first song off of my very first CD I ever did right there, which is called Mosaics. The name of the song is called, I forgot. What's the name of the song? Patience. So we're going to play around with these songs. We're going to try to make them sound better than what they were when I first did them. You know what I mean? That's what we call remastering. Taking something that was done way back in the day, we're going to hook it up, make it pop off, and make it nice, sound clean and pristine like everything sounds nowadays. Because we didn't have this kind of equipment back in the day. Now we do. Okay? All right. We move this MPC out of the way because Facebook don't want to really be looking at an MPC, okay? All right, so what I got to do is I got that on. Oh, man, I got to turn that on too. I got to turn that on. I need that right there. How do I turn that one off? All right. So what I do is I set everything to 0, or I bypass everything. So that way I'm starting with a clean slate. You know, so I'll put everything to normal on everything. And that way when I get to having to come over this side over here and use the 500 series compressor and my Legion envelope, then I'll add up, and then we go to the 204, and we get the sound that we're looking for. Right now, I'm ready to we'll put the. Oh, sometimes these headphones are paying behind because I don't really need them. Let me get them out the way. Because right now they're in the way. Okay. I hope everybody's doing well, but everybody know I do live videos. I don't do pre-recorded videos. So if you were here for the studio, Facebook, I didn't do the studio tour with Facebook. But if you're here for the studio tour, and now I'll continue, I ain't stopped the video on YouTube to start a new one. I'm starting a new thing down here on Facebook. But they keep on going, man. My videos go for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Fast forward it, you know what I mean? Find out, see what I'm doing. Like, oh, he ain't doing that no more. He's doing something else. Okay? All right, so here we go. And they give me something to look at when I go to bed. But it won't get processed till tomorrow morning anyway. All right, so here we go. We're going to start off and listen to this song. And like I said, the name of the song is called The Patience. This is the first song on my first album called Mosaics. Okay? So here we go. Now you would say, that don't sound that bad, Raj. What's wrong with that? Well, there's nothing wrong with it, but it could sound a little bit better. So, I had nobody on Facebook. Don't nobody like me on Facebook no more, man. They tired of looking at my posts. Or I don't have it recording yet. I'm such a dummy. Here we go. I did that the other night. Thought I had it recorded, didn't have it recorded. Never hit the button. So now let me introduce myself to the Facebook people, right? What's going on Facebook? Your boy, RaJuR down here. I just got finished doing the studio tour on YouTube, showing everybody the studio. So you can check that out if you're really interested. RaJuR on YouTube, and you can see the studio tour. But right now, we get ready to what we call remaster my old music that I've done back in the day. And we're starting with my first. Well, actually, we're going to do my favorite songs from my last 7 CDs or 7 albums. I'm picking 20 songs, if I can get them on there, and that's what we're going to be doing. So basically, we're going to start. How you doing, Miss Griffin? Miss Griffin has a song. Miss Griffin has a song on one of my albums. She has a song on my official album called Yvonne. So she has a song. So say hi to Miss Griffin, because she has a song on my CD called Yvonne. That's definitely going to be on the greatest hit CD, because everybody really liked that song called Yvonne. Alright? We might do that one after this one, if y'all want to hang around, alright? How you doing? How y'all doing? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm just down here in the studio. Leon, you back again, man. Come on, man. Me and you gonna fight. We're gonna fight at Platinum Grill as soon as I see you, cuz. Me and you gonna, yeah. Anyway, we get ready, so y'all get a chance to listen to some of my music. And what I'm doing is, like I explained to YouTube, my thing is to try to get the music to sound better, because I did these albums somewhere. My first album was 1998. The second was 2001. The third one was 2005. The next one was 2009. The next one was 2013, 14, 16, and now we're going to start the 2020 CD, my album. So basically, we're taking my old albums, and we're going to make them sound better. That's what we're doing. And we're going to take all those songs, and we're going to make one CD called RaJuR Favorite Tracks. RaJuR Favorite Tunes from his albums. I don't know. The Greatest Tunes Collection. Whatever, man. It's going to be called something. So like I said, basically we're going through a mastering process, which I'm going to make it sound better. What's going on, Frederick? So thanks to everybody who's stopping through on Facebook and YouTube. I'm like, ain't nobody liking me on Facebook, man. I never turned on the doggone record thing on Facebook. I thought y'all really didn't like me. I know y'all get tired of me. Sometimes I talk a lot of crap in the morning. But I believe that crap I be talking. Real talk. All right, here we go. Let's get started with the first song called Patience. And then we'll do Yvonne after that because Yvonne might still be here to listen to it. All right, here we go. And basically, my main screen is up here, so you can't see it. But whatever's on this screen is going to be on the big screen. Now we're going to be adding plugins to make it sound better. I like that. I like the way that sounds so far. Then right now I can hear the difference. I can hear the process. So what I can do is I can compare. I can compare what it sounds like over here in the studio. I mean, with the plugin that I'm using, as you can see, that plugin is doing what it's got to do. It's biasing itself or whatever. So I'm only using like maybe EQ over here because I have my compressor and I have my my aural exciter, my big bottom. Also have my other piece over here. So I really don't need to basically use EQ over here because I don't have EQ over here anyway. I have things that can accentuate the bass, accentuate harmonics, and also create attack on certain frequencies to make the frequency stick out. But over here, I need EQs, and that's what I'm applying over here, which is EQs. So let's listen and check it out. This is just the EQ that I'm doing on this song. Here we go. I'm going to bypass it. This is what it sounds like with nothing happening. straight off the MP3 into Logic. Never added when I did. Brightened it up a little bit, gave it a little bit more magic. I can hear the difference in the magic. But this right here sounds kind of flat. It's not light. And this in here, you can see the way he's working, figuring out what's going on. Now, I like what's happening here, but I'm not going to lock myself down to just using this particular EQ analyzer here. I might want to use another type of EQ, so let's plug that in, and we're going to put this one on bypass, and we're going to put in one of my other favorites right here, which is, man, I like this EQ. This EQ is off the chain. And, no, not that one, not the TOS. Not that one. Put the gill back up there. Remember to do that gill all over again. You know what? Don't even worry about that. All right, so now I'm going to take this one out. And I'm going to add this one by a company called Tokyo Dawn Labs. And I really like this EQ. And it's called the Nova. And man, this EQ is so cool. As you can see, the cool thing about it is you can like compress certain frequencies so they're not out, they're not wild, they're not sticking out all over the place. Which is why I really, really like this EQ. Kind of more than I like the Isotope 9, to tell you the truth, or Neutron. I know you guys say, what is Neutron? What's Isotope 9? Those are just different EQs that I use to EQ my music. All right, so here we go. Let's start it from the get-go. I'm going to mess around with EQ. What I can do is I can solo frequencies. If I just want to hear that frequency, I can solo it to see what that frequency is doing and how I want to tame that frequency. So I know this song didn't have a lot of bass. Because back in the day, I ain't had that kind of equipment to have the kind of bass you need right now to be in a song, you know what I mean? what I've done was I've added a little bit of EQ to like bring up some of the EQ that's kind of lacking, because I didn't like, they was asking me that I want to have this mastered. I'm like, I can't afford to have it mastered. I didn't know how to master. I just did the best I can, you know, with EQ, trying to make it sound like it was cool. But right now I have these tools to make it sound better, and I don't have to pay for it because I got the equipment to do it myself. So now I can turn up stuff that I couldn't turn up before because I didn't know what I was doing. Now I'm a little bit better. I can figure out what I need to turn up and turn down. All right, so we'll wind it back just a little bit. So I like that. Now, this is not one of my favorite songs, but I want to throw a song up there. That way I can see what I'm about to start doing. Messing around with the I mean, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to take that out. And then we're going to, I'll tell you what we do. Let's put in one of my other favorite songs. Let's go ahead, on the track. In fact, we're just going to close this out. We're not going to save it. We're going to reopen. And I'm going to load Girl I Used to Love Before, because everybody liked that song, Girl I Used to Love Before. So I'm going to load up Girl I Used to Love Before. And that's really already kind of mixed. I really don't have to do that one too much either. So no, I said it was about the old songs. No, it's about my favorite songs. So let's do Girl I Used to Love Before. Let's load that one up. We're going to load that one up. So we're going to import the track. Now, what we doing here? What we doing? Let's get together here. Let's get together. All right. Import. Not sure why it's not letting me import files, so what we're going to do is we're going to shut Logic down. And we'll start it back over to see what the heck is popping off on the pop-off. I like using Logic Pro X. I usually wasn't a Logic guy, but I'm more of a Pro Tools guy, but definitely doing Logic now. All right, and these are some plugins I had earlier set up for another song. But we're going to close this song out. Close project. You can save it. New project. Oh, that's why I had new project. Blah, blah, blah. Now we're going to import Yvonne. So it says, gotta go to import track. Okay. What should I think I'm gonna do Girl I Used to Love Before. You know what I mean? Girl I Used to Love Before. Yeah, I'll do Girl I Used to Love Before. How about that? Change my mind. We're going to do RaJuR. This bad boy talking about stop charging. I don't understand this phone sometimes, right? Now I want to stop charging. Talking about the temperature is too high. I guess it gets high when I start doing videos. And after a long time, it starts getting hot. And that's up here on my... We find down here on the Facebook phone. but on a YouTube phone it's too hot. It won't stop charging. All right, here we go. So I just imported RaJuR Real Deep Cool. So let's play around with that song. See what's popping with it. Alright, so I'm gonna use the EQ. I think we'll go to the I'm gonna go to the isotope EQ. Now what I'm going to do is, I have this program that says, play the song, and it's going to make the adjustments by itself. If I like it, I keep it. If I don't, I'll leave it alone. Or if I like it's close enough, I can mess around with it. I'm going to do that. So we're going to start the song and let it learn the song and see what happens. All right, so here we go. We got to wait till it get to the meat of the song, though. Called the Master Assistant. So I'm gonna hit this button called the Master Assistant, and you're gonna hear it click because it's gonna be doing things to the song. So now I want it for CD, high intensity, next. So now we're gonna do what it does.
I think it's time for me to set my record straight. My answers refuse to negotiate. I'm going to take my swag away. I open doors made of secure shit, my every thought. It seems that the only way to please them is if I was down on bended knees. So if you're thinking I'm still drinking from that cup, thinking I'm thirsty and I desperately need love, oh baby. Well, I can guarantee you, girl, I'm not a fool. This is the perfect time for me to introduce RaJuR Real Deep Cool.
Now I plugged in another plugin that can raise my vocal and bring my vocal out of the mix magically. Unbelievable.
My number already is 258 to 10. Which stage should I be seeing before they get me sleeping? I wanna download this and pop 12 hours pop the TV. I made it clear what it is. Make sure you're volunteering.
Investigations prove I'm not that guy.com. I'm hoping that all I have is time. I'm concentrating on your mind. That truth be told, you never smiled this much before. I'm keeping you laughing all day long. And if you're nice, I'll write your song. Make sure you show before you step behind this door, baby. Yes, I'm the contract, this is far as this will go.
Now put the drums out. Let the drums out.
And when we talked about 3 hours on the phone, I wanna thank you in advance for what you do. Somebody really cool. Real deep cool.
That's crazy.
What about love life? I use my damn way. How do that look like? That's why I'm solo on yo down the straight here. No matter what love or not, I ride with no tears.
Now I like what's going on with that, but I think I'm gonna try another plugin to see if I can do that a little bit better. I'm gonna use two. Like this that was one big plugin that did a whole bunch of stuff. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a couple plugins separately so they ain't doing so much. Cause I got enough equipment here to not have to use all of that. So basically all I want is EQ and the master rebalance to bring the vocals or the drums out. So I'm going to plug those two in separately. So we go to auto units. And we're going to pick isotope. And we're going to pick the neutron. Is it neutron? I want the EQ. The neutron 3 EQ. Alright? So wait till that come in. That's in. That's going to be a continue. But that shouldn't be doing that. I'm close that down. That's the wrong one. Ah! That's the wrong one. That's the one I'm using. I'm going to use the one that I bought. You know what I mean? Because I bought. Which ones did I need to find out which ones that I bought. Neutron 3. Elements, here we go. That's nectar. Neutron 3 elements. That's it. Let's see. Pop up. Pop up. Not sure waiting for it. It ain't popping up. What the heck is going on here? Try it again. There we go. Alright, so this is basically an EQ. And what I'm going to do is basically, I'm going to let the music play through. I'm going to hit the master assistant, and then the neutron from isotope, ozone 9 package, is going to make its adjustments that it thinks it needs to make. So here we go. I'm going to get rid of the equalizer. Rebuilding your sound. So I'm going to start the song. Then once I hit the song, I'm going to hit track assistant, and then it's going to do its thing, and I'm going to sit back and see what it comes up with.
Set my record straight. My answers refuse to negotiate. Attempting to take my swag away. I open doors made of secure, shared my every thought. It seems that the only way to please them is if I was down on bended knees. So if you're thinking I'm still drinking from that cup, thinking I'm thirsty and I desperately need love, oh baby.
Now use the master rebalancer to bring my vocals up or the drums up.
This is the perfect time for me to introduce.
Have my vocals came up. Or I can hit the drums and make the drums come up.
Real deep cool.
My no more overheating, QCCA is seeing, with rage I'm seeing, before they get me sleeping. I wanna dive up in the pop 12 hours, pop is easy. I made it clear what it is, make sure you're volunteering.
Now see, I can solo the high end, and then you can hear it. So if it's a little too harsh, I can bring it down, because I'm soloing it. See, now I can move it around.
Door, baby. You sound the contradict as far as this will go. And when you talked about me, I was on the phone. I wanna thank you in advance for what you do. Somebody really cool. Real deep cool.
It was signifying like he was one of my love life. I use my damn way. I do that love life. That's why I'm I ride with no tears. I'm in control here, like we were pedal gears. As I accelerate, I keep my feet straight. Female appreciating while I'm examinating. I keep them stimulated or leave them liberated. Like getting breakfast from so series ice cream. You better take your time or I'll be getting mine. Oh, really don't let you play with my mental. And with the thing, the rest is elemental.
So if you're thinking I'm still drinking from the cup, thinking I'm thirsty and I desperately need love, well I can guarantee you, baby, on the phone, this is the perfect time for me to introduce RaJuR. Make sure you're sure before you step behind this door, baby. You sound the kind that this is far as this will go. Cause if we talked about 3 hours on the phone, I wanna thank you in advance for what we do. Somebody really cool.
I think I want to bring my vocals out more. What?
I'm keeping you laughing all day long, and if you're nice, I'll write your song. Make sure you're sure before you step in this door, baby. You sound the kind that this is far as this will go. Cause if we talked about 3 hours on the phone, I wanna thank you in advance for what you do. Somebody really cool. Real deep cool.
What about love like? I keep my damn way. How do that look like? That's why I'm solo, no down the streets here. No matter what love or not, I ride with no tears. I'm in control here, like we were pedal gears. As I accelerate, I keep my feet straight. Female appreciating while I'm examinating. I keep them stimulated or leave them liberated. Like getting breakfast from so series ice cream. You better take your time or I'll be getting mine. Oh, really don't let you play with my mental. And with the thing, the rest is elemental.
So if you're thinking I'm still drinking from the cup, thinking I'm thirsty and I desperately need love, well I can guarantee you, baby, on the phone, this is the perfect time for me to introduce RaJuR. Make sure you're sure before you step behind this door, baby. You sound the kind that this is far as this will go. Cause if we talked about 3 hours on the phone, I wanna thank you in advance for what we do. Somebody really cool. I wanna thank you in advance for what we do. It's cool.
Yeah, don't believe everything you hear though. You know what I'm saying?
So that's the RaJuR song. So if I was happy with that mix, I can say, all right, cool, let's go with that mix. And now I can do one or two things. I can put it on my masterlink and have it there. That way I get a chance to listen to it in my car, take the CD, listen to it in the car. I can break it down to MP3 and listen to it as an MP3, the new MP3. So I can do that as well. And then I can come back and say, I need to polish it up. I need to add a little bit more. Something is missing. Maybe I want some spatial stuff. I want more stereo spread. A lot of things you can do with these plugins. But I'm not a plugin guy. Like I said, normally I don't even mess with plugins like that. So as I say, if I went to stereo spatialing to make it image, so we go stereo spread right here. So I'm gonna pick the stereo spread piece, and this is in Logic right here. So I can make the stereo spread out even more. So in your earphones, instead of it being like right here, I can make it like a little bit like that, a little bit more, because I do have information on this side right here. There's more when I'm talking on the phone or whatever. It's gonna be on this side. And I got something on this side too separately. So let's see how I know how to work this joint. We're gonna pick medium, mid, and high spread is what we're gonna do. See what it sounds like. I don't really hear a difference.
I think it's time for me to set my record straight. My exes refuse to negotiate. I'm tempted to take my swag away. I open doors made of secure shit, my every thought. It seems that the only way to please them is if I was down on bended knees. So if you're thinking I'm still...
So I kind of like that, so I'm going to save that for later. So we're going to go save as, and we're going to call it Real Deep Cool, of course. And we're going to put it in the Logic files. And that's it. So let's shut this one down. We're going to close it. Save again, I like the double save. And we're going to close the project. We're going to start a new project. And I think I'm going to call it tonight. I'm going to go to bed a little early tonight so I can get up early in the morning. That's the plan. And now I'm going to import Yvonne. Yvonne is a song that I made a long time ago. And it's the middle name of somebody who was very special to me. Just click on it, Yvonne. So then we upload Yvonne. Yvonne is instrumental, so there's no singing on it. It's just instrumental. That's Yvonne. I'm telling you, man, I gotta get back on. Might be fat. No, I mean, it might be fat. I mean, it looks like it's muscle, but it's fat. All right, here we go. Yvonne. There's an older song, so this song might need a little help. YouTube is frozen up. Let's see what's happening with YouTube. I don't know what happened to YouTube. YouTube started tripping. See if I can plug it back up again. Last night it was Facebook. Last night was Facebook that went out on me. Like YouTube gonna be the one out tonight. Yeah, because it's looking kind of jacked up. Saying it's too hot. Now, let me see if I can take off this cover. have to sit this someplace else. Because it won't charge. But it says too hot. It is kind of hot, y'all. Maybe we'll end this video because it's too hot. The phone is kind of hot. It's a Samsung Galaxy S7. And it's too hot. So I gotta go. Thank y'all for stopping by. Hope y'all have a good time. Y'all had a good time looking around the studio tour. Check me out. Come back to Facebook. You'll find me over there. RaJuR Hollow Media or RODGER Holloman, HOLLOWMAN. Come on to Facebook. You want to finish up with me? I'm out. Later.